As they race towards us over on the far rail, everybody anxious to make this a strong pace. That's Touching Times nearest to us, the sheepskin nose band. Green Lane on the rail in third. 4 is Leicester on Chakalak. Then the old horse, Western Dynasty, over on the far side. The 7-year-old. Just in behind him comes Chief Minister and the quartered colours there. And then Miss Plum, Aaysalad and Patroclus, the back marker, and Touching Times making it. Touching Times from Ali Duncan as they begin to swing left-handed, go right out into the country. And Touching Times and Nick Carlisle taking him along from Ali Duncan and Willie Carson. Just in behind them, Green Lane, and then Western Dynasty and Chakalak on the outside of Chief Minister. And they're quickened up now. And the leader has really opened up a gap of 10, 12, 15, 20 lengths probably. This Touching Times. Nicky Carlisle trying to steal this one, but it's 2.5 miles, remember, a long way to go in this Country Club Hotels Goodwood Stakes. First run back in 1823. And Touching Times with a good 20-length advantage over Ali Duncan, who's leading the remainder of the pack, with Western Dynasty gone third, Green Lane 4. Little gap then to Chakalak and Chief Minister. Then Aaysalad. Patroclus is the back marker. And Touching Times still 25 lengths, I would say, ahead of Ali Duncan. There's Western Dynasty on his outside. Then Green Lane, little gap then to Chief Minister, Chakalak, Patroclus, Aaysalad, and Miss Plum now, just the back marker. But still, this Touching Times, trained by the former jump jockey, very locally, Richard Rowe, giving his supporters a great thrill here. He's still 25 to 30 lengths clear in this Country Club Hotels Goodwood Stakes, beginning to breast the rise now, and the gap has not been reduced in any way at all. Leading the remainder of the pack is Ali Duncan, with Western Dynasty third, a very close 4, Green Lane, then a gap to Chief Minister. 6 furlongs to run now, and the gap possibly reduced to from nearly 30 to 20 lengths now, as Touching Times begins the run downhill now towards the home straight, with Western Dynasty having gone second, Ali Duncan third, and Green Lane 4, 5 Chief Minister, 6 Aaysalad, 7 Miss Plum, and 8 Chakalak. And behind them come Patroclus, running down now to the elbow. Half a mile to run, and still Touching Times. That lead has been considerably reduced, and the nearest pursuer is Western Dynasty, coming to the elbow though, and under half a mile to run now. Touching Times from Western Dynasty. Green Lane making ground all the time towards the right of the picture. Under pressure, Chief Minister. Past the 3-pole now. Touching Times well collared now by Western Dynasty, who goes on from Green Lane. Here comes Miss Plum on the outside. Aaysalad getting closer. Racing inside the 2 marker. Western Dynasty from Green Lane. Then Aaysalad and Miss Plum coming down to the furlong marker, and Green Lane has hit the front now from Western Dynasty. Aaysalad is a challenger on the near side. It's Green Lane from Aaysalad. Aaysalad coming to take it up now as they race into the final 100 yards. It's Aaysalad on the near side, Green Lane on the far side. Aaysalad and Green Lane as they race towards the line. Aaysalad's going to win it at the line. Aaysalad is the winner. Green Lane is second, and third is Western Dynasty. 4 is Miss Plum, 5 Chief Minister, 6 the long-time leader Touching Times, 7 is Chakalak, 8 behind them, Ali Duncan, then Patroclus. And so the result. First, number 2, Aaysalad, owned by Miss M. Horan, trained by John White and ridden by John Williams. Second, number 6, Green Lane, owned by Mr. R.N.C. Lynch, trained by Reg Akehurst and ridden by Richard Quinn. And third, number 3, Western Dynasty, owned by Mr. M.F. Kentish, trained by Mick Rahn and ridden by his apprentice Pat McCabe. Fourth was number 1, Miss Plum.
Well, what a beautiful ride this was from John Williams, and way off the pace, and not an easy ride, this old horse, Aaysalad. He's back in 6th place there with the red cap, as the long-time leader comes to the end of his tether here, Touching Times, who made it a real searching test of stamina. Inside the 3, Western Dynasty and Pat McCabe took it out and kicked for home. Pat McCabe, with his 7 pounds off, trying to make the best of his way home. But now they were starting to line up behind him. Green Lane and Richard Quinn on the outside with the white sleeves. The top weight, Miss Plum, flattered for a moment. And now John Williams starts his run on the orange blinkered Aaysalad and gradually pulls the leaders back. A furlong and a half to go, and Green Lane comes to collar Western Dynasty, and he looked as though he'd go on a win here and bring some consolation to Reg Akehurst for the unfortunate disqualification yesterday. But now John Williams pulls out the winner, and just 150 yards to go, he comes through to make his challenge. This old horse, who was trained so successfully by Franny Lee before, he's 7 years old now, but despite lugging in just a little bit perhaps in the last 100 yards of the race, he battles onto the line to give his new connections a glorious Goodwood success. And John Williams, who's been such a great rider over the years, both over hurdles and fences, as well as on the flat, rides yet another perfect waiting race.